Renegades, we're back. So far we've done Money Game Part 1 and Part 2, and so far from what I'm getting, the understanding of this series is about basically just about the propaganda and the use of lies to kind of drive a divide between the rich and the poor to get what they want, get what the elites want, get whoever is after that kind of power, basically that they'll do anything that they possibly can to acquire wealth and to acquire power through the money game. So I heard this next one, Money Game Part 3, is basically a movie. The thumbnail looks like we're going back to Part 1 where he's got that weird little that mask on, the person strumming the guitar. So without further ado, let's finish this movie and let's see what Ren's trying to tell us. We're going to the opera, baby. There's the masked villain again. Or perhaps the slave to corporations? Samuel and Ren video. Just a reminder that whoever does Ren's videography, his filmer is fantastic. This dude's a beast. Two of them. Look in the mirror. Look what you've become. Ren.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends.
All that coming for sure. They're indoctrinating him to become a successful money-making machine.
14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury.
Whoa, hold on, what do you say there? If you manipulate the data, the lie will sell itself? Why does that seem so relevant?
You manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 20.
That is what he said. Okay, jeez, dude. This man has bars after bars. If you manipulate the data, then the lies will tell itself. If that's not what's going on more than ever right now, and especially in the United States of America. I don't know too much about what else is going on in, the UK and wherever else, but here it's like one side against the other side, and they're just manipulating the data wherever they possibly can to try to push their agendas and get exactly what they want from these people to basically just grift. Money talks, bullshit walks to all these people. They don't care about integrity.
He's free, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, God. Turf war with nobody to stop it.
Isn't that crazy though too, as we do all this stuff to a lot of the time to please our parents and whatnot. We are such a being that is driven by pleasure, and pleasure can mean sexual, that could be meaning intellectual, by meaning like to pleasure someone else, like as a purpose kind of thing. I'm trying to get the thoughts out correctly, but yeah, the fact that this kid is such a genius, he's so successful, yet his dad is still telling him like, you're not good enough, you're not doing well enough, keep going son, and he's constantly just like a slave to his dad's indoctrination, his dad's influence. And that's sad, because I mean the guy, you hear what Ren's describing him as. He's clearly a boy genius. He's clearly just a superior kind of human, it sounds like, but nothing's ever enough. And now he's getting into the drug game, and he got into the weapons game, which I think that's kind of what runs the world in a way, because there's always going to be people selling bombs, and they're always going to be selling them, and that's what's always going to keep wars keep going, in my opinion. Probably should explain that a little better, but it's just the basics of it.
With powder and guns, 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
He bought the police. Some uncomfortable truths here.
35, he gets the call. I'm sorry son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward.
This is
a bullet
crazy.
buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
So all these decisions he's made, and his father dying, has sent him into a spiral. He's spiraling down. He's using his product. He's doing heroin in alleys with prostitutes. He's opened up the doors to the cartel and gangs, and now it's led to him getting paralyzed, because greed is going to do that to you. You keep driving, if you're driven by greed and money and superficial things like that, it's going to drive you to. Now he's paralyzed. He's got a bullet in his vertebrae.
The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
This is a movie. Ren is a great actor on top of musician, singer, rapper. Him and his buddy can make a film. He's pissed. All those decisions he made. We're getting some strings.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. he was 40, and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41, he wasn't walking. 42, not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music.
Holy shit. That's exactly how I feel.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
So much of what you said, it's all based in control, right? Money, borders. We're all trying to divide and conquer. And they're trying to make the society that they want. It's like an evil villain. Like, you ever watch a movie with a bad guy and you're wondering, like, what's the point? What is world domination for you? And it's basically just so they can be God, so they can be king, and so they can put out their what they think is the right way to live as the all-encompassing way of life. This guy's a damn genius. He is a freaking genius. He's doing this all in one take too. How? He should be in theater. He should be, well, I mean, he's giving us theater, but he should be like, this guy should be one of the most known superstars right now. We need to spread this man's gospel. This is, all these things that he's saying make so much sense, and I think it would make a better society if people were aware of it. And maybe they are, but they just don't want to wake up to it, right? Because a lot of people are driven by greed, and they want their Porsches and their mansions and whatever else, so.
People killing each other? My solution?
This is my stream of consciousness, by the way, too. It's not fact. It's just how I feel and what he's making me feel by watching this series. Oh, shit. What are you doing?
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Good trigger discipline, Ren. Freaking me out. It's raining.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father.
Do it.
It's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
No. Ah. Woohoo, man. Let me give that man a standing ovation. Wonderful. Wonderful, Ren. This guy, I'm telling you, he's a genius. I love the things that come into his brain and come out into his art. It's incredible. This is how I feel. And I should be able to I should probably bring myself back down to earth, because it was kind of what I was preaching earlier, where it's like those evil villains that they believe that they want to take over the world. They want world domination because they believe what they think is the right way about life. But I mean, it's hard to argue with everything he was saying here, and just the basics of greed and all that stuff. Those things that drive a lot of people, like Jimmy, for example, in this video. It's what makes the bad parts of the world. It's what makes war. It's what makes killing. It's what makes treating people bad, stepping on people to get your way. And I know you guys told me he is pro-capitalism, and I can't really think of any other system that may be better, but as long as we keep using that kind of system, there's always going to be somebody that's eating shit. There's always going to be somebody that we're stepping on, because there's always going to be those people at the top that want to be waited on. They want to be fed. They want to have their feet rubbed, or whatever it may be. They're going to be wanting to get catered to. And of course, everybody can't do that then. Everybody cannot have that way of life. And I don't know, I feel like there's got to be some kind of system where it could be a little bit more equal. Like, definitely more equaled out, and where there's not people starving on the streets, there's not people without homes, you know. That's a dream. That's a dream of mine, that's for sure. But this is insane. Ren's talent is amazing. The fact that he can do these all in one run is again like a testament to his ability and his genius and his ability to his retention for information. Sorry, it's pretty badass. The visuals he was giving us about, you know, Jimmy's life going from a child all the way up to 45 and getting ready to blow his brains out, just showing us the cycle of that life and what it leads to. Again, man, round of applause. Fantastic. So everybody that's requested Ren, everybody's requested this Money Game series, thank you very much. It's fantastic. I'm definitely going to be showing family and friends this. I think I know the exact people that will definitely love this, and I appreciate you guys for putting me onto him, because he's one of a kind. He's one of a kind. And we'll keep going down the rabbit hole. I've been doing a lot of different other artists, trying to grow the channel, trying to again grow my library, because I was in that musical rut. That's why I got into doing this channel, because I was in a rut. I felt like I was listening to the same artists, the same songs over and over and over again out of comfort. And, you know, I said, you know what, let's try something, and let's try to experience more music, experience more art. And I'm seriously loving it. It's opening up my mind, it's opening up my heart, and I really love it. And I love talking to you guys too, so appreciate all the support. If you guys like this video, please hit it with a thumbs up. Go over to Ren's channel too, give him a thumbs up, subscribe to his channel, and you know, leave him a nice comment or something. That definitely fuels artists. So fantastic. This dude's badass.